Oh my God. Anyway, I can't wait to get flagged on the internet. Thanks for coming down, man.
Yeah, no problem.
My guest is Noelle Rodney Jr.
It's always a fun time.
Dude, it's been, we're supposed to have an earlier guest.
Studios.
Thanks for doing this. But I was supposed to have an earlier guest. Unfortunately, she had to cancel. Is this girl, what's her name? Holly? We'll plug her shit. Holly Karma? Just Holly? Is she like Cher?
It's Holly Karma.
Harley Karma. And she does weed expos, right? Right, Chris?
Ooh.
Yep.
What's the name of it again? Dank?
Hold on. I'll pull it up.
Sorry. I know I just sprung this on you. She does. Her name's Holly Karma. You can find her on Instagram. She was supposed to be a guest. She will be a guest eventually.
Okay.
I'm going out of town to go to a wedding next week, so I will not be around. But we're trying to get 2 done. But she does vents that we'll do a plug in because she's a very nice lady. Her babysitter canceled on her. It sucks, so she couldn't come down.
Yeah,
but that's why I got you, you beautiful bastard.
You couldn't
you almost canceled on me too.
You couldn't get weed, lady. You got me. Yeah, I
you
know.
almost canceled on me too.
Yeah, like work stuff almost got in the way.
I was sitting in the car with Chris because I picked him up. I had to go to GameStop because I wanted to get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, and I saw your text message right before that. I was just like, at least I got Noelle. Good old Noelle. Good friend Noelle.
Good old
and then I saw you being
Noelle.
like, might have to cancel. I'm like, Noelle's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Fuck him. Nah, man, I appreciate you coming. There it is.
Open enrollment.
Open enrollment for the New York State Cannabis Club. Where is her group is called Karma's Kana Lounge?
Yes.
That's the group, or is that the venue name?
That's the group.
No, that's her group. She's on Instagram under that, right?
Yep.
All right, so, and this is going to be at 30 Remington Boulevard, Ronkonkoma, New York, on Friday, this upcoming Friday, the 25th of August, from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's I've been to one of these. I think. No, I don't think I've actually been to this one. I've been to stuff like this, though. They're fun as hell. There's always people selling wares and everything like that. They usually have music. Sometimes there's comedy. And she's a real nice...
I'm actually going to be doing comedy here on the 14th.
You're doing comedy at this one?
Yeah.
At one of these events?
No, at one like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
14th.
So, so check it out. It's... we'll put the poster up below us and everything so you guys can see it. But go check it out. It's really cool stuff. There's gonna be food and beverages, like I said, music. It's gonna be there's tons of weed. It's fun time, fun group of people. Go check it out. She'll be on eventually. We're scheduled soon, so Holly rules. But yeah. And while we're on the subject of plugs, do you have any shows you want to plug real quick, dude, before we get into more fucked up endings to books?
As I said, I'll be at 30 Remington Avenue in Ronkonkoma doing a show with Andrew Washington, and then September.
That's Holly Karma, Holly Karma's thing. Yeah,
right.
That's a Holly Karma show.
And then September 9th, I will be over at McGuire's Comedy Club with your dad.
Oh,
Terry
my dad, Terry.
Yeah, good old Papa Terry.
Good old Uncle Terry. He's
Terry.
my
there
uncle.
We go.
He's my Uncle Terry.
Uncle Terry.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. I'm doing the same thing. I got 2 shows to plug. I got September 15th is the next big one I got coming up. That's also a Terry McNeely show in the Giga Room at Governor's Friday, September 15th. Terry McNeely laughs in the Giga Room. That's I think that's an 8 o'clock show. 8 o'clock show, $22 plus service fees. Go on the website, govs.com. It's the Levittown location. And it should be a big face. Terry on there. Terry McNeely and friends. Come check it out, okay?
Yeah, you can't miss it, Terry. He'll be up there like, Yeah,
you can't miss Terry. And then I got the next night, I'm going on the road with Mike Tanzi, Joe Crivello, and Mike Ellison, and we're going to I have to find and we're going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Ooh,
it's the 4 of us that's going to be on that.
Good old Tansy.
That is at 110 South Hanover Street, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Check it out. It's a comedy and wine. It's called Castor Rig Wine Shop, Comedy and Wine. Someday, September 16th, 7:30 p.m. show. It's a free show. You don't have to buy tickets. Just come in, come down. It's like a winery. Apparently, it's a great venue. Check it out. I'm going to put all of this stuff on my timeline and my Instagram if you want to, guys, check it out. Okay. So anyway, I think that always takes longer than it should.
Nah, that's fine.
So anyway, the ending to it. Here's the thing. I got So thanks for coming down, dude. I always plan so poorly for these episodes, but I had some couple things that I wanted to talk to you about. It's an all Asian episode. This yes. I know how much you love.
Yeah, we have a gong.
You
set
like
up
Asian
right
wrestling?
Here.
You like anime? You like Japanese wrestling specifically?
I mean, I just like wrestling. But yeah,
you like wrestling?
Yeah, I know I'll check out some New Japan.
Yeah, but you're you're that New Japan hipster. You're like, actually, my favorite's Tanahashi. All the other fans are like, this guy, this queef. Why can't you just like John Cena like the rest of us? Like that?
I mean, I like John Cena.
We all like John Cena. Cool. That's not the point.
You know?
But no, it's funny because
I was wearing jorts just the other day.
Yeah. They're comfy. What do you want from me?
You know?
No, it's funny because I thought of you the other day, actually, because I was watching a movie and I brought this up a couple of times to you at the mic. But have you seen the movie Joyride? Have you seen Joyride?
So I have not seen Joyride, but I have seen one of the
clips.
The chicks in Joyride.
They're all from different stuff.
Right.
One of them's really hot.
Yeah, like she does comedy. I forget her fucking name.
Is it the girl that was in Miss Maisel? Because one of the girls was also like a main character in like last season of Marvelous Miss Maisel or some shit.
I am not sure because I did not see the last season.
No, that's 2 seasons ago.
I know one of them does stand up, and I saw like some of her stand up, and I was like, wow, this is really good.
She LA? She's probably LA, right?
Yeah, probably
LA comedian.
Yeah, Sabrina Wu. There we go.
Ashley Park is really hot. I just want to put that out there. Ashley Park is super hot. Oh man. Yeah, so I watched this movie and like it is what it is. It's definitely for a demographic that is I'm not Asian or a woman. But I liked it. I actually like that. Yeah, Ronnie Chang, he's funny. He's a comedian. He's funny as shit.
Yeah.
But I watched it and I was amazed because it was, it is what it is. Like, I don't know, something's happened to like mid-tier comedies lately that they don't, I don't know. I think maybe like Superbad and like Pineapple Express, like
just blew the load.
It's The Mountain, right?
Yeah.
Those movies are the best versions of anything. It's the best. It's like but like I appreciate any attempt to do like when you commit to like ridiculousness. And there's a couple instances in this movie where I was surprised they went as far as they did with certain things. And I like when they do that, particularly with girls, because it's funny. And there was like a whole scene where like they had to shove drugs up their ass.
Right.
Like they did like pills and everything. But it's kind of ridiculous because like, so they shove all these drugs up their asses and vaginas, right? Like they make a whole thing about it.
Yeah, we've all traveled.
Yes, they're on a train. There's like a story like one of the girls is she was adopted by American parents, so she's going to China to like meet her birth mother. It's like, it's a story. You need a reason for everybody to go to China. That's what it is. You know what I mean? You have to, I understand the script writing in it. You have to you need a reason for everybody to travel.
Is it like the third act of Shazam where she meets her and she's all just like, I was trying to get rid of you.
I thought you said Kazam and I was like, the Shaq movie where he's the genie? I was like, all right, we'll talk about that. I haven't seen the Shazam set, the first movie or the second one?
The first one.
Kind of. No, I mean, no, this is like, it's basically like kind of like but it starts with that.
Oh, okay.
So it starts with her like meeting her friend and then they go, and it puts itself out there. It does a lot of like ridiculous humor. Some of it's not for me, probably because I'm not a girl or Asian. Some of it goes right over my fucking head.
Yeah, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck out.
But they do some gross out stuff in it, like shoving all the drugs up their asses. The way they do it, I'm like, oh, this is funny. And then like they're in the desert and they're all trying to shit it out. And it's kind of funny because they're all squatted in a field. And I'm like, all right, this is dumb. I like this. But like they make a point in the movie of like one of the girls is like I shoved 7 balloons of cocaine up my ass or my vagina. Up my vagina. And she's trying to like, I don't know, birth them out. I don't know how it works. I don't know how the fuck it works.
Give birth to coke.
Yeah, she's trying to give birth to coke out in the desert because they get kicked off of the train they're on. And so, but I'm like, I bet this will come up again. And it does, because at one point in the movie, eventually all the characters get laid. There's a scene where like all the characters like reach some sort of, most of them get laid except for like one. One gets in like a dance-off battle because she likes K-pop.
Way to go. There we go.
But like
girl boss.
The one girl, Ashley Park actually bangs. Like has like a threesome with 2 basketball players. Talk about female fantasy, right? Like like I'm like, yeah, this is definitely like, you know, like I think I appreciate it because I've seen that in movies with guys before and I get it.
Yeah.
But like it's great because I've never seen like double penetration in like a mainstream film before.
Yeah,
dude,
no.
she's getting at one point she's getting dicked down by two guys and on the phone with her boss. That's the joke of the movie.
I'm actively sitting here trying to remember.
Did you see
like
Yo, can you pull
can't think of
I know
a
we can't show it, Chris.
scene.
We can cut to it. Can you just see if you can find the clip?
Joyride.
No, it's not going to be
double
on the
penetration.
probably. It's double. She's got one guy below her and one guy is behind her grabbing her hips.
Yeah,
There's one in her ass. There's one in her vagina.
I'm trying to think, and I can't think of like a movie.
Right? Name me
that
another movie
had,
where they
like-
had double penetration, even
Yeah.
like a dark film. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck if it was like a weird movie about like I don't know the seedy streets or some shit like
Yeah.
that, and you just see some like girl like getting like some prostitute getting double fucked.
Because usually when they'll do a rape scene, it will just be one dude.
Well, we can't air this episode now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, you know a lot about those scenes, huh? Like,
Oh man.
usually, at least the ones I prefer. Like, I like a traditional.
I'm a connoisseur.
When I see sexual assault,
more about-
when I see sexual assault on screen, I like to be traditional.
Yeah,
I like to be
exactly.
traditional about it.
Yes.
All right.
Now
but,
SVU.
but yeah, you can't name another movie.
Yeah, no.
You can't name another movie. I mean, it's kind of a landmark film.
Harold and Kumar kind of pussied out on that. They were
That was the first time I saw two girls shit on screen before.
ooh.
The first, yeah, they have the battle shits. Remember?
Damn,
It's hilarious.
Battle shits. Yes.
It's the two cutest girls.
You
They just-
sank my battle shits.
my battle shit.
Yes. Oh yeah, they were British or some shit.
Yeah, they were British. Oh, the diarrhea twins definitely would have fucked us. But yeah, Ashley Park gets banged by two guys. So remember I told you about the cocaine up the vagina, right?
Yes.
So part of this whole thing is that character says when I do coke, she makes the whole thing. And to be fair, I know a lot of girls that have said this to me in the past. When I do coke, I get really horny.
That's it.
I've heard girls say that before. So I'm like, well, all right, there it is. So this is a whole thing, right? And she doesn't want to cheat on her husband. And then one of the basketball players is like an ex-fling of hers. So she's in the gym and like, no, all of a sudden there's a part of the movie where she just like her face changes and she goes, there was 7 balloons up my vagina and one of them just exploded inside my pussy. She didn't say exactly that, but that's what happens in the movie. That's what happened in the movie. And like, that's the whole thing. Is she's in the gym trying to work off the coke. It's presumably the ounce of coke she shoved up her vagina.
I don't know how she says it, but I feel
She says it like much more
I feel
subtly.
like
She's an
that
actress.
is the stronger delivery.
Thank you very much.
Like yes,
That's
like
all my
if
acting
I was
training.
punching up that script,
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, nah, she's got to say in my pussy.
But here's the thing I wanted to ask you. Like I realized something about this movie. It's very sexual, and I know like raunchy comedies are raunchy comedies for a reason. But is that you've said before? Like you know a little bit about the Asian culture. They're a sexy group, right?
What the
You always talk about how they like. Didn't you tell me some story? I'm not. I just think they know how to sell sex over in like like Japan and stuff like that better. Am I wrong on that? I feel like it's more part of the culture. I guess.
I feel like there's.
Please don't cancel me. I just don't know things.
I would say that maybe there's less of like a like Puritan stigma.
I would assume so
And
because they
that's-
sell used panties out of vending machines over there.
That's
cool.
They don't even really
That's cool.
do that
That's cool.
anymore.
There's nothing wrong with
but
that.
Like, yeah, I would say definitely because like their country wasn't like founded by like Puritan
like Puritan dickholes.
yeah, Puritan weirdos who were just like, oh man, the exposed breast. Yeah. But yeah, so they
What
can
did
just,
Robin Williams say? How fucking anal retentive do you have to be for the British to kick you out?
right. But yeah, so they're able to at least be like, hey, come to this fucking bar. There's some hot ladies over here, and they don't have to like play it up and like
You want to go sing some
a
karaoke?
douchey like Hooters sort of way. They can just be like, yeah, nah, there's some hot chicks here. They might touch your dick. What's up?
Asian
bro?
girls are really hot, though. You can't deny that. All Chinese, Korean, all of them. I love them all. Like they're all really hot.
I'm trying to get to this like place where
You have an Asian girlfriend? I understand.
no,
I'm trying to get there too.
where
It's
I'm
hard.
trying-
They're very picky.
where I'm trying to not like rank like races of people by how hot they are.
I said I love them all.
feel like,
They're all hot. There's something about like because
I feel like people of all races are hot. I feel like
I bet
the
there's
rainbow
one.
of the
I bet there's
world
one. No, I'm just kidding.
is hot.
I bet there's one.
You think
Where you're
there's-
like, I'm not going to fuck a Hungarian person. Like, I bet you're like, I draw the line there. Like,
You know?
I bet there's one that you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not- I ain't trying
I'll
to get
fuck.
no Bosnian pussy. Like,
I don't like none of that Bosnia. They smell weird. Bosnians.
oh man.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I will say, like, when I do peruse
Although,
porn,
do you remember? Yeah, speaking of porn, do you remember there was like this era in like the late 90s to the mid 2000s where there were just like so many like super hot porn stars who were from like East Europe and shit. Like, they would be like, I'm from Czechoslovakia.
they were tall,
I'm
they
from,
had huge tits.
Yeah, it was
Puma
crazy.
Swede was one of them.
Right.
Remember Puma Swede?
Yeah, I remember.
Bring up Puma Swede. Puma Swede was this tall Swedish chick, blonde, and she did a lot of bang bus stuff, which I watched a lot of. Who didn't? I don't think you can grow up in the era that we grew up and not
Right.
jerk off to at least the commercials for bang bus that
Right,
were
exactly.
because if you couldn't afford you couldn't get the subscription. You would just
Right.
jerk off to
You
the
just-
30-second
yeah.
videos
because you know
look at this.
they had like the what's it called? They had the decency to be like, hey, we know there are some people out there who can't afford $50 a month. So we're gonna give you like
commercials for free.
Yeah, we're gonna give you like a minute and 30 minutes.
Yeah, and
get
you get to see
a
like
minute
10
and 30
seconds of
seconds
full
to get you-
penetration.
yeah.
You get to see them blow, and you know what? You even get to see the aftermath of the load on their
There we
face,
go.
but you don't get to see it. That was the thing; they never saw them
Yeah.
shoot the load.
Right.
That was the thing you had to pay for. But then you would cut to them just covered in cum afterwards, and that would make you be like, "I'm gonna spend $9.99 after that," because you're like, you want to see the load. And I admit, as a fucking horrible person, I do like seeing the load shoot on their face
Like, see,
in a healthy environment.
yeah, just
But like,
not just like
what am I talking about?
you want this
Who else, though?
$50, don't you?
Yeah, who else though? Like I'm trying to remember the other like Eastern European. Sandra Romaine was another one I think
There we
was her
go.
name
Yeah,
was.
there was I think her name was Karina Hart.
Yo, bring up Karina Hart. I love you. When you come on, dude, we end up talking about. I love it. We're talking about wrestling after this. This is an incel podcast.
but I don't feel like this is an incel podcast. We're just talking
None of
about
these girls will fuck me.
exactly. Yeah, that would make it an incel
No,
podcast.
I know
This
why
is
they don't
just-
want to fuck me. Probably because I'm not in porn.
Probably because we're sitting here talking
Probably
about
because we're
porn.
talking about porn. I watch interviews sometimes. Like sometimes I'll watch like interviews with porn stars. Who's
There
this
we
girl?
go.
Holy
Damn.
shit! That
Wow.
girl is
Yeah.
extremely European.
Right?
That girl. That she's got. Who is she? Was she Polish?
Probably.
Russian? She's either Russian and Polish. That is a jawline. Look at that. I'm serious. Look at that. It's very pointy. They always have fuck you eyes. They always have the kind of eyes that makes you want to look up videos of them stepping on another guy with heels. Yeah, I get it. There's a woman like this. Yeah, it's that they always have giant fucking tits. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what was going on?
I know what I'm looking up.
Was it
What?
the-
I'm sorry.
Like, what was happening back then?
Yeah, that was like from like 2000.
what was going on, Europe?
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but they had like all of the. They had huge tits, tiny little waist. But that was like the thing back then. That was always.
Right.
Don't you remember Bridget Nielsen? Bridget Nielsen was like.
Nielsen.
You remember Bridget Nielsen?
Nah.
You ever see Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Yeah. Oh,
That big
yes,
bitch.
Yes. There we go.
As
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy says in the movie, that big
'Cause, like,
bitch. Yeah,
I'm-
Bridget. Bring up young Bridget Nielsen. She
You know
she
what's
looks like a
fucked
train
up?
wreck now.
You know what's fucked up? I know who Bridget Nielsen is,
She
but
looks like the Grinch's mother.
but like when you said that, I'm thinking
Yeah.
with like porn
Young
brain.
hot
I'm
Bridget
like,
Nielsen. Yeah, go ahead. What
I'm
were you saying?
thinking with like porn brain, so I'm trying to think who's a porn star named Bridget Nielsen. I wasn't thinking about the Bridget Nielsen.
The Bridget Nielsen. No, this is Bridget Nielsen. When she was young, she was hot.
Right? Yeah.
She was like a tall, and she fucked like all the action stars of the 80s at one
Wasn't
point.
she also like the wife in Rocky IV?
She was Ivan Drago's
Yeah,
wife,
right.
and she's in Creed 2. And then she was on Flavor of Love.
Right.
She was on The Surreal Life. That's how that happened. She was on The Surreal Life, and then they were like, that's the best part of the show. So they spun it off into the dating show between Flavor Flav and Bridget Nielsen. Yeah, she was a fucking...
Yeah. She was killing it. Way to go.
Yeah, she was like she used to date. She was Red Sonja and all that shit. But yeah, she fucking was like a model. And she was hot back in the day. She looks
Yeah,
terrifying now. She looks like the ending enemy to a Dungeons and Dragons campaign now. But like back then, That short haircut too,
It's
man.
like
I mean, as a man who has a thing for the Amazon tall women, like
Right.
I appreciate it, you know? I'm the only one. Everybody always looks at me after that and they're like, really? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Really?
it's not,
That's-
I'm not even
man.
I'm not even a simp about it. It's not that I want to get
It
stepped
is.
on all the time.
it's 2023. I
No.
thought we were accepting of this by
No.
now.
And I'm not,
Terrible.
I'm not looking for someone built like a brick shit house. Like I'm not looking for like a bodybuilder.
I'm here to tell you that you are accepted.
No, I understand if you don't though. I get weird about it.
Nah,
but like, I get weird. I go to the gym and I stare. But like,
Nah, it's
but
okay.
no, like, well, usually at the very least, I'll date like a tall girl. You know what I mean? And like, it's always like, I think the simpish shit I'll do is like every once in a while, if I meet a girl who's got like abs, I'll like lick them.
Once again, you are accepted.
This is my date. If you want to date me, and like it's just like a thing. I don't know what it is. Like, and I don't want them to, like tie me up and like fuck me in the ass or anything like
Right.
that. I just want like,
Just like-
anybody who is like
You're
that.
just like put me in a sleeper hold every once in a while.
And,
you know?
and to anybody who wants that, I just want to say you're fucking weird. And no, you're fine. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, nah. This is a place of acceptance.
Except if you're, into. There's always one thing. There's always one thing where people are like, "This is a place of acceptance," unless you like fucking horses.
Yeah. Unless you're getting peed on, then in which case, get out of here.
Exactly. So, well, I it's not that I going back to my original question that I asked you 5 minutes ago, and then we got completely derailed. It's not that I think the Asians are a sexy culture. I just know that that they know how to sell sex. You told me some story about how they sell like a kid show, and that one of the because they put a little something in it. They put like a sexy guy in it for the moms.
Oh yeah.
So
Kamen Rider.
explain
So,
to me because you kind of broke this down. Because what was the example you were making about like shows that are canceled? What you need to do is like you got to put a little sex in it for them.
Yeah, so like so this was actually so I'm a big like Kamen Rider fan, and that's like
Explain to the audience what that is.
for those no
'Cause they're not gonna
there's a fucking subgenre of like a Japanese show called like Tokusatsu, and that's like the
What's that, like a drama, like a soap opera type show?
those are like these special effects superhero shows.
Oh, so they're like Power Rangers.
Like Power
Yeah, okay.
Rangers, like Mass Rider and shit like that. Basically the shit that they took and they like did the Haim Saban flip to make Power Rangers,
Which
like
is really
stuff
just
like that.
them shooting a scene in a cabana in LA.
Right.
And then
yeah.
they just used.
And then they cut to like this footage that was shot in the 80s
they never really
in Japan.
fund any of that stuff.
Right. But yeah, basically, crap.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No. So there's like that. There's like Super Sentai, which is the stuff they used to make Power Rangers. There's Kamen Rider, which they've tried to bring over here a couple of times, and each time it fucking failed.
What's the concept of Kamen Rider?
The concept of Kamen Rider is like instead of Super Sentai where it's like a team of dudes, Kamen Rider it's usually like one or two like separate dudes.
Okay.
And
they turn into like they have like a suit of morph or some shit like that.
They morph with like a belt, and
Okay.
they'll like usually their suits have like a bug motif.
Oh, they look like
Like
what was
the-
that show they did? Mantis Rider?
Yeah, Mass Rider.
Mass
Basically,
Rider, yeah.
like
that was another one of those that they
that one they
converted.
used footage from a Kamen Rider series.
Yeah.
They used Kamen Rider Black RX.
Yeah, he looked like a mantis. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So
they like that over there. Okay,
right.
so that's that show.
So that's that show. And what I was getting at when I was talking to you about that is with a lot of the more modern ones, they will cast like extremely handsome, like young Japanese dudes to play like the main dude. And the theory behind that is this is a show for like 5-year-old boys,
Yeah.
but they're sitting, it's like Sunday morning. They're sitting there watching it. Their mom's right there too. So you gotta like sneak a little something in for mom too. So she's sitting there, she's gotta watch this shit. But like this handsome Japanese boy is staring at her from the screen like, hey,
He was very handsome.
what's going on? Yeah, exactly. Like,
I enjoy that part of the
exactly.
show.
So yeah, so like when the kid's like, Mom, can we go to this Kamen Rider live event? She's like, fuck yeah, let's
what's
go.
his name be there? The brother character?
Yes.
I will be there.
Yeah.
I get that. Well, it goes to the idea that I think when you're trying to sell a show, for something to be uberly successful nowadays,
Right.
especially nowadays, I think you have to appeal to a mass audience.
You really do.
Like
yeah.
I was talking about beforehand, I was talking about the Ninja Turtles movie and how it's like the reason why I think that movie is doing very well is because literally the age range for that movie is 12 to 40.
Right. Exactly. It's
And I
like-
know you're harping on like nostalgia and everything like that, but it like you can watch that as an adult and not
Yes.
like if your kid makes you watch this movie, you're not going to be upset.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I
like
mean?
that's
Because like you have to admit, a lot of kid stuff sucks ass. A lot of kid stuff sucks ass, man.
well, yeah.
So like I have nieces and nephews and like little cousins and shit that I fucking like. We're gonna watch this. Like if they say Batman, I'm in. Like here's the thing.
anything
I'm
Batman,
a
you're
permanent
down?
teenager anyway. Like I'm just like I'm either like I'm an old soul who's also like refuses to grow up. I guess is the best way that I can put it. But like. I don't want if they go say like Batman. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. We're gonna watch fucking
Anything
Batman,
yeah.
from fuck the animated series and shit. But if they're like, we're gonna watch fucking anything now, like I'm like garbage. Like I think of the last thing that I was like into that I remember like watching with like my younger like siblings or like family members and everything when I would like babysit for them was like Adventure Time. They loved Adventure
yeah.
Time, and I was like, oh, it's Bender. The guy who does Benders in this.
the guy who says right.
Because you know
yeah.
I'm just sitting there stoned anyway. It was fucking.
Yeah.
They're eating snacks. I'm eating snacks. It's not that hard. Like I look
I
at
mean,
my
yeah.
friends who have parents. I'm like, I don't know what your problem is. You just smoke more weed around your kids.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
So, yeah. Like, why aren't you doing more drugs in
Yeah.
front of your children?
Like, you're making this
get
harder on
with it.
yourself.
Like,
Of course they
fucking-
yell. You know how much better it is if you're high and they're like,
Yeah.
want to watch SpongeBob? You're like, fuck yeah, I want to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah. Like,
Dude, what do you want? I'm gonna make fucking grilled cheese with mayonnaise. You want one? And that kid will be like, oh, I do want one, man. You just make kids food when you're high. You should be high around your kids. This is Joe Winchell, and I
Yeah,
approve
this
this
is-
message. Smoke weed around your kids all the time. You're not enjoying it now. You might as well enjoy life a little bit.
I'm just
Kids
thinking
are
about
annoying when you're sober. It's just the fact.
I'm just thinking about the kid who like grows up and like how he's like, oh man, my fucking childhood was so awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my dad would just like watch cartoons all the
All day.
time.
We
would
eat
just
candy.
Yeah, we would just. He would just like bake cookies.
He would bake cookies
all the time. It
and then
was fucking
sometimes he would
crazy.
make
Like, yeah.
waffles. Most of the time, he made
He
waffles.
made like he would put the cookies in the waffle batter. It was fucking awesome.
My mom was great. We went to Taco Bell every day.
night.
You don't know. My parents are potheads. It ruled.
Yes.
It's true though. Like I mean,
Kid goes to school. They
Yeah.
smell like weed.
Yeah,
And they're just
they're
like, Tommy, tell us about your weekend. It was just like, oh man, it was great.
dude, it's great. Dude, we went to Six Flags.
Right.
You know, mom and dad ate a bunch of gummies.
Yeah, we were.
We rode the Viper like 8 times.
Yes.
The Viper. I just
We had
dated
separate
myself.
bags of gummy bears. It was
Yeah.
like my gummy bears
Yeah,
and
they're
then mom's
responsible. I'm
and
talking
dad's.
responsible stoner parents.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is not an impossible thing.
Yeah,
like
no.
just I'm always amazed that, like because like the thing like way back when was to drink, right? That was the thing that you did. You drank. That's what it was.
Right.
50s, 60s. You drank the Coke, but like I feel like it's just if you're gonna do anything around your kid, weed's probably the better choice, right?
All right.
I'm not advocating it, but like if you're stressed and is it smarter to like go chug a bottle of gin at 1 o'clock in the
Right,
afternoon?
yeah.
Or is it just easier to go just smoke a bowl real quick?
Yeah, just like
You know, chances are you're probably gonna walk into there and be like, "You hungry? Me too. Mom's hungry too. What do you want to
mom's
eat?
hungry too.
What do you want to watch?" You know, like
Good old stoner mom.
it's true. I mean, I know of people that do it. So smoke weed around your kids.
Smoke weed.
And if you don't do it, I think you're a pussy.
Yeah. Smoke weed around your kids. It's the millennial stoner way.
I mean, if you're at the very least, if you're a babysitter and you're not smoking weed, I got nothing for you. You're. I mean, how you're not going to do that? Because like, here's the thing: kids are, like I said, kids are awesome to hang around when you're high. They're awesome to hang around when you're high. They like the same toys you like. They like the same
Right.
shows you like. They're going to eat the same crap you eat. If you go to a kid midday after watching 3 episodes of a cartoon with him and you turn to him and go, "You want Taco Bell, Michael?" And he goes, "Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You're like, "This kid rules." Like, yeah, let's go get Taco Bell.
You get
like,
high, you start
Maybe
playing
not
with
drive
action.
with the kid. That would be
Yeah.
bad. Don't do that. But get a DoorDash. What are you doing? You're going to DoorDash Taco Bell at that
There we
point.
go,
The kid's
yeah.
going to be so excited. Stoners make the best babysitters. I've changed my stance. Don't smoke weed. Hire me to babysit your kid. It's going to be the best. I got fucking Batman figures and shit. I got the fucking grappling hook.
Millennial stoner babysitting.
Yeah, I'm changing this. This is all about I'm not going to start babysitting your kids and teach them how to curse. And
You'll bring them on the podcast.
I will.
You'll be like, so what's your favorite
Derek,
color?
how old are you? 10. Cool, man. What's your favorite Batman? All right, I understand that you like Christian Bale because that you grew up with him, but like it's horseshit. Like start yelling at him like he's a man.
Kids like Christian Bale, like fuck.
No, well, for the longest time it was like Christian Bale was everybody's Batman, and mine was always.
I'm imagining like young kids. Are there young kids who were just like fuck
like a 10-year-old? So a 10-year-old. So who would be their Batman? Probably
like
Ben Affleck,
whoever.
No, it's Robert Pattinson.
Whoever's like on a cartoon, I would imagine.
I don't think there's a current Batman card. There's going to be one soon. I don't think there's a current Batman, but like. All right. Are they going to know who Kevin Conroy is? Probably not.
Yeah, nah.
But they'll probably know about Michael Keaton because all of their parents are us. And they're like, at like 5, they were like, I'm showing him. There's a bunch of dads who are like 5 years old. I'm showing him Batman.
Right, definitely.
Which is awesome. But like, he made he said, like, when kids were born back when our parents and everything, they were like, I guess I'm going to do what I can to keep you alive. Like, that's what they said. But like, now they're looking at him because of the world we live in now. We just look at him now like, I can't wait to show you Batman 89. Like, that's the goal for life. Like, because it's that, I mean, that's all we care about. We want to make sure they grow up with cool shit. That's what anybody our age as a parent, I guarantee that's the thing they care about the most.
Yeah. Like I'm more like Patton Oswalt has that bit where he's just like, I'm not waiting to like, you will sit there and you will watch Return of the Jedi or some shit like that.
I always tell him, like, you can't force it on him. Like, because like God forbid if somebody shows up with like a 5-year-old and been like, guess what? And like to me on my doorstep, it's like, remember that time in fucking Pennsylvania? I'm like, oh fuck, okay, yeah, yeah.
Because like my thing is like I would want them to check out some of my cool shit and maybe we could bond over that. But I would also want them to be able to like recognize the cool shit of their time, so they can communicate with like
there's not
kids
a lot of
their
it.
age.
You just gotta remember to be there and be like, son, this is not cool. Or daughter, this is not cool. This is not. You don't need to watch every Star Wars thing. A lot of it sucks. Like, don't. That's the one thing I'm like. I just don't want to raise a Star Wars. If I ever did have a kid, I don't want to raise a fucking Star Wars kid. I really don't. Like, I just wouldn't want to raise like an asshole Star Wars kid. Like that's usually what happens. Like if I found out like my kid was making 2-hour YouTube videos about how Star Wars is destroying the patriarchy, I would probably people got a lot of time on their hands.
I would probably take off my belt and beat him. Like
I would beat that kid.
Yes, I'd be like,
I would beat that kid.
I would hear fucking Mary Sue, and then I'd kick down the door, and I'd be like, "What was that?"
Well, Ray is Mary Sue. Let me tell you,
no son of mine. No son of mine is making a 2-hour YouTube video talking about how modern Star Wars destroys masculinity.
No, it doesn't.
Get over here.
It's just shitty writing.
Yeah.
I always tell people, it's like, you don't like it because it demeans you as a man. And I'm like, no, I don't like it because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Right,
like, it doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. But also people, like, they're too precious about that shit. Yeah, I've told you this before.
No son of mine will be an incel.
No son of mine will get a fucking black stormtrooper figure. I'll see to it. I remember hearing that. They were like, that was the one thing when they were like, he's black. And I'm like, yeah. What the fuck? People were so mad about that. And then I don't know. But that's what it is because we talked about this with Chris before. Stuff like Star Wars and like I said, people get too precious about shit.
They do. Yeah.
And then they think that it's like, just be happy that they're still. When I was a kid, all I wanted was them to make more of the thing I liked.
Right. Definitely.
That's all I wanted. And you know what? I watched a lot of movies that they didn't really do that and everything. And I watched a lot of shows.
Right.
Like I grew up with nothing. I grew up with like
there are no more
2 good Superman movies.
Right.
Like 1 or 2 good Batman movies. And then like a couple animated shows. And the rest of it was garbage.
You know what?
The rest of it was garbage.
That's what all the kids are going to gravitate towards in like the next couple of years. Superman. Got a new Superman cartoon.
I know. I gotta watch that. I still haven't watched it. I heard it. I was actually reading about it. I heard it's fucking sweet.
Is it? Yeah, it's
I like that
sweet.
guy. The guy who voices him is the dude from The Boys.
Oh, really?
Plays Huey.
Yes, yeah.
He's the guy who plays Huey.
Yeah, they're making like a hot hunk Superman and fucking way to go.
He's just a big dumb bimbo guy.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man, I'm so I'm such a clumsy, like, buff nerd. What am I gonna do? I ripped the doorknob off.
He's like, I got this.
Not even.
Yeah.
Still. He's like, oh my god, I ripped the doorknob off, and you see Lois in the background, just like.
It's always one of those points where I'm like, how do you not know that he's?
It's very much like.
Yeah. This is cool.
Like, I'm looking
I like the animation style. I want to see it.
It's very much like female gazy. You see a lot of him with his shirt off.
I like the character of Superman. I always have. I always hated when people were like, oh, he's boring. And I'm like, yeah, but how is he? People, it's such an easy argument to be like.
I mean, it's like the reason a lot of people say Superman is boring is because like they only view Superman as kind of like.
He's been around for so long.
No. It's like they view a lot of like comic book superhero shit as just like who can beat up who. So it's like,
but it's. I mean,
if it's not a matter of like
a good writer.
Yeah. If it's not a matter of like what's this fight going to be like, then they're not interested.
Yeah.
So it's like you see a story about like, hey, how does Superman deal with fucking capitalism? Then they don't fucking care about that shit. How does Superman deal with like the mortality of the people around him?
Yeah, they've done that a couple times.
Yeah,
and everything. They did that with his dad because, in the comic books, he dies of a heart attack. His father, Jonathan Kent, dies of a heart attack, and there's nothing Superman can do about it because he's got all this strength, but he can't. You can't do everything.
You can't like,
and that's the moment
you can't heat vision his heart back, Clark. Fucking.
You wait and see. Oh, I made it worse. Fuck, I made it so much worse. Oh my god. Oh, Dad, I'm sorry, Dad. He's dead. He's just ashes now. Fuck. I should have let you walk into that fucking tornado. Anyway. But I don't know. I just like I like that. I got to check it out though because I heard it's good. There's a lot of stuff I have to watch that I'm so behind on so many things. But we're talking about Asian stuff here. So next,
okay, cool.
Korea, K-pop.
All right, cool.
No, it's really just that movie where I was like, this is crazy because again, it's just the first time I've seen a double penetration scene. Don't write anything, Chris. Lois Lane that's a racial slur, Chris. That is not cool. That is not cool, Chris. Oh, is she Korean in the Superman movie?
Yeah, it was like something that threw me off for a second.
She's one of those characters that I always felt.
I just figured like she was a tan woman, and then like
I think Lois is one of those characters that you just need a good actress behind it. There's no real ethnicity to Lois. Like she's just supposed to be Lois Lane. As long as she's a good investigative reporter.
Yeah, which then they got there. She's always like, what's the scoop?
Yeah, that's her thing. She's supposed to be like the thing in the comics, like Clark's supposed to be shitty at his job.
Really?
But like his real she's supposed to be like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. And she's supposed to be like, that's the whole idea. It's the whole, so she won't suspect the thing because, it's the difference between Superman and Clark is, well, you see Noelle now, right? Now take your glasses off. All right, now he's Superman. That's it. Yeah. That's the difference between. So, and I always say, like, if you can, the whole idea of the character is like, people are just that. If you, the way that Clark does it, it's like, the clumsy idiot dude. Like, there's no way he's Superman.
That guy over there with coffee all over his pants.
It's also the same thing with Batman. The reason why Batman acts as Bruce Wayne acts like a drunk billionaire. So if it ever, there's kind of the fail-safer to be like, it's Bruce Wayne, and they're like, the drunk. The drunk asshole? No, that's not Batman. Batman fucking saved Gotham from Mr. Freeze. Exactly. This guy can't call his own Uber. Like his brother wipes his ass for him. You know what I mean? That's the idea.
That guy who did coke off that stripper's ass.
He goes deep. Yeah. Bruce Wayne goes deep into that. He says I would love that. He's just like, I had to do coke
Wall
tonight.
Street. He's Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, though. Like, so people just won't believe it. That's actually kind of the thing about that. So. Asians, Chinese. All right, we're going to talk about the Chinese next.
Yeah, let's talk about Chinese
you're a big
takeout.
wrestling guy.
What's your go-to dish with Chinese takeout?
Oh, Chinese takeout go-to dish?
Yeah.
It's so white boy of me, but it's like I get like General Tso's chicken, crab rangoon.
Okay, yeah.
I get like the cream cheese wontons and shit like that.
All right.
Ooh.
What kind of rice are you doing?
You can get so gluttonous with Chinese food, man. They have such huge portions and it all tastes so good. I love it. I love it so much. I'll do like my go-to thing is just so white boy. It's just like General Tso's chicken.
Okay.
But depending on where you get it from, sometimes you get like the best fucking chicken ever.
Yeah, but like what kind of rice are you putting?
Get white rice. I like the white rice. Yeah.
Get out of here. Nah. This podcast is over. You gotta do a fried rice.
I just want to say
man.
white lives matter. I just want to say
White rice matters.
white rice matters. No, I like the sticky rice. I don't like
Okay,
I don't like
cool.
brown rice. I don't like fried rice.
I got you. All right.
I don't know what it is. I just like because I genuinely. You ever seen like any of the Japanese revenge films, like Sympathy for Lady Vengeance?
Yeah.
All right, this is exactly how this happened. There's a part in the movie where there's like this asshole husband right before she beats her up. It's terrible. But like he's eating like the sticky rice with like seaweed, and I thought that was like that looked like the most delicious thing in the world to me because I was super high at like 2:00 in the morning, and I started like really eating like this is years ago too, and I do like the seaweed thing with the chopsticks. It's good. It's a good snack.
Cool.
I know that's really queefy of me, but like whatever.
No, that works.
It's like
That's fine.
you ever have that one friend? Here you go. You ever have that one friend that was way too obsessed with Asian culture in college?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it you?
No, it wasn't. It
No,
actually wasn't.
I had a friend or a guy I knew that like his whole he was so upset that he was born white. He was so upset, and I remember we did this, and I
I mean, technically, I would be too.
you were upset that you were born white.
No, if I woke up and I was white, I would be like, "Oh, god damn it!
That's
What
the
am I
movie,
gonna
the
do
new
now?"
Noelle. Like that you're keeping was that the one was Chris Rock where he's like, I'm the white guy now, but it's Chris Rock walking around. Oh man,
It's like, oh man, I mean, I get the benefits, but it's like
you wake up as
whoa.
Russ Silverman,
Yeah, oh Jesus.
like that episode of Always Sunny where they're black except it's just Russ.
Oh,
Yeah, I think what was I talking about? Fuck, I'll say it. Too much dead air. Damn it. Chris, what was I talking about?
yeah.
No, before that. Before
we're
Down
talking
to
about
Earth.
Down to Earth.
It is called Down to Earth, though. That's your
Yeah.
Down to Earth movie. It's just you as Russ Silverman.
You know what? That's a good question. Down to Earth or Head of State?
Dude, you're changing topics, but Head of State.
Okay, there we go.
Head of State by a mile because Bernie Mac is in that movie. It is amazing.
Yeah.
I had 3 copies of that movie.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I used to collect DVDs really hard.
Nice.
But anyway, what was I talking about right beforehand?
We were talking about
What?
You changed topics.
No, right. God damn it.
so we were talking about sticky rice.
Sticky rice.
And then you were talking about your friend from college who wished
Oh yeah, so he was
white.
too Asian. He wanted to be Asian so bad.
Okay.
And he would show up to school in the this is like he was like Irish. Like picture the palest redheaded
Ooh.
kid you could possibly think of. And he had the wooden slippers.
Ooh,
Like he
there
would
we
wear
go.
those.
Yeah.
And then like he would tell me how he runs through the woods with a samurai sword.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's dumb.
That guy's probably a serial killer
Yeah,
now.
he always bowed.
He's the real Gilgo Beach killer.
it's probably him.
It's probably him and Russ.
Yeah,
Like,
as a team. They're
yeah.
probably a team killers. They're
Yeah.
probably like, it's definitely Russ. We all know it's Russ.
yeah.
Russ Silverman is the Gilgo Beach killer.
Yes.
Just look him up. Find all, if there's any cops listening to this show,
Yes.
search his place.
Exactly.
There are pictures. Like,
There's got to be something there.
what time is it? Chris, what are we at?
49.
Okay.
But yeah,
still got some
I
time.
did have the wooden slippers for a while. I would wear them to conventions. I wouldn't just like wear them to a place.
You weren't being
Yeah.
like, you weren't being to be like, well, I'm going to the basketball court in my
Yes.
Or like he would wear them too. I was on the fucking we had this class that taught fencing in college. It was in theater school, and you had to learn how to do stage combat because we did a lot of Shakespeare.
Okay, good.
So, and I know that sounds stupid anyway, but he made it worse by showing up in a full gi one day. Like,
Oh my god.
like he had the ninja pants is what I described. They were ninja pants.
There we go.
And he bowed to people.
There we go.
Like before, like you're supposed to do a salute, which is like this, and he wanted to do the traditional karate bow.
Well, it's
And I know, again,
completely
I'm talking
different
about
thing,
taking a
bro.
sword fighting class. It's already ridiculous.
Yeah.
You took it and you made it worse for everybody.
Right.
Like it's like we all had to take this class.
Like that's a totally different discipline.
Yeah,
guy.
and he just wanted to be, and like he would tell us stories about how he liked to run through the woods with a samurai sword. And like, listen, I get it. I grew up watching Bruce Lee movies too,
Right.
But I just like, it just never made me want to dress up like a parachute person in pants, like
Like a pair.
because it looked so wrong on him, dude. I remember he fell down one time, like he like we were in rehearsal for a show and he fell like off the stage.
Yeah, because
and
I
like,
imagine like those wooden slippers are hard to like.
oh, you fucking think there's no traction on him? He's made out of fucking wood.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. So he was an idiot. I don't give a shit. He's not listening to this show.
You never know.
He fell
it
off
could
the
be.
stage and somebody in the cast, when he was like, they're like, sir, are you all right? And my friend just goes, oh, he's all right. He's a ninja. It's hilarious. So, all right, that's time left. But I know you're a big wrestling guy, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happening
Yeah,
lately.
went to a wrestling show.
Where'd you go?
over the
You went
weekend.
to
House of Glory.
House of Glory, a hog show, if you will.
Yeah, good old hogs.
I was saying before, I liked it because you went with two people that we know from the open mic.
Right.
And I love, you can always tell the difference between people who know wrestling and people who don't, because you actually posted pictures of the event. And there was two girls. Actually, one of them was Kelpie and our friend Tina. And they posted pictures of themselves the whole time.
They're just, they're just white ladying it up.
I know. And I know you mean that as not an insult, but it means, there it is.
Yeah,
That's
there it is.
Noelle with, who is this wrestler right here? You want to
Tanahashi.
Tanahashi.
Yeah.
He's of New Japan fame, right?
Yes, the ace of the century.
Yeah, he's an awesome. I've seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him, like, he's like their big.
Fun fact, huge Kamen Rider fan. Has been in a number of Kamen Rider like series.
He was
movies.
in a video game. He was in one of the Yakuza games I played.
Yes, he was.
Because I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a fucking nerd. But you are, so you met him and he fought Long Island's own Matt Cardona, right?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Woo woo woo.
Long Island Ice Z.
Yeah. Was it a fun event? Did you have a good time?
It was. I had a great
And where was
time.
that? Queens?
It was in Queens.
Oh man, I love. Do you like going to like the smaller shows?
I do.
I like going with the rats. I like going with the dregs of society.
I haven't gone to. I think I only went to like one big WWE show, and
we should go,
honest,
man.
Like,
you and I should go. I'll go with you.
And I gotta
we
be
should
honest,
do a pay-per-view.
I think I like the smaller shows because like
it all depends. Like I've been to Mania, and Mania has an aura about it where when you're there, you're like, because it's like it feels big. I went to 33, and it was in California, Florida, in Orlando, and I had a great time. I don't regret it. I mean, people will tell you and bitch about it and everything, but like I'd never been to one before.
I got you.
So I was like, this is it's the first time I'd ever seen The Undertaker live, or like not the first time I'd seen him live, but the first time I'd seen him wrestle. Okay. And I was like, this is a big deal for me as a fucking permanent 15-year-old kid.
Right.
But like it's a different aura with stuff like that. But I do love the indie shows, I think too. And it's just like I went to like do you ever go to GCW?
Yes,
I like going to those shows.
I loved GCW.
Yeah,
over there, and I did this one thing. I think I told you about this. It was called Black Girls Rock. It's
you went. Every time you ask me to go, I'm unfortunately unavailable.
It's like an all black woman like
you went to that. It was in Queens too, right?
Yeah, it was in Queens. It was like in Queens in a.
It was like Willow Nightingale there.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale was there. Nice. It was like in the recess yard of a school.
Okay,
it was pretty dope. It's real. It was like real. It had a real indie flavor to it.
Yeah, it's a special feeling.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff that you see on like an indie scene, it doesn't really resonate on TV. It just doesn't work as much in front of like a larger crowd, unless you're the first 3 years of AEW and they just try that and they realize it doesn't work on TV.
I mean, yeah, those first 3 years were
they were awesome,
pretty magical.
It was a lot of trial and error,
and I do definitely see it. They are leaning more towards like
they want to fill bigger venues.
We gotta do like a wrestling TV show now. Like
you hate it now?
No, it's not that I hate it. It's just like I can see like the difference.
Well, because you're appealing to you're appealing to a niche fan base at that point that wanted to say small, that don't. It's true. They're like, there's going to be that group of people that are always going to be, it was better when it was just us. And like, but that's how, but that's not how a company thrives.
Of course. Yeah.
And it's like, you can't be disappointed at the fact that they're starting to get bigger because it's like, it's a good thing. It's a good, if you like wrestling, it's a good thing. You just want to watch more shit.
Like I am,
because I like watching wrestling.
It's like, what was it? I think Cody Rhodes said this in an interview once. He was like, there aren't that many jobs in wrestling.
People don't realize that.
So it's like when there are more companies and there are more companies thriving,
more places to work.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Because it's like there are so many fucking dudes out there who are like, they're not gonna go to WWE. And if they do go to WWE, they're fucking jerking curtains and eating garlic mashed potatoes.
But even then, I mean, I'm starting to realize, but even like, because the thing about it is I don't think everybody, you have to have a certain quality to be on TV all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And I think that's another thing AEW is starting to realize is that a lot of their talent, they have tremendous talent, but you can see the company's changing.
Right.
And go ahead.
And what I mean is like, there are guys who definitely, yeah. Maybe
I feel like a lot of guys got chances that I don't think deserved it in AEW. That because you don't see them on TV anymore, though.
Right.
You don't see them. You know, shit, they let go they made a big deal about Brian Pillman being like, Brian Pillman, the junior, this is the son of Brian Pillman. And then they did not do anything with him after that one thing they did with MJF.
Right.
But they used his family lineage a little bit.
But you know what? Like, I feel like he goes over to NXT.
Yeah.
They fucking work with him and he becomes a big name over there.
I think there's people that work better in the WWE than they do in AEW.
Oh,
I think,
definitely.
And I think there's some people in AEW
and vice versa
that I thought would be big stars. And I'm like, this guy should actually go over there and this guy should go here because this is going to be better for them. The environment is better for them. And
then there are like other guys who I feel should, from like either of those companies, who I feel should just do like maybe a year or two and then just jump on.
I always like when they go. I always like the wrestler that goes to Japan for like 3 years and like learns how to be like a different kind of wrestler and then sees what works for him over here.
Right.
But like, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. It's all. I mean,
like I like what Joey Janela is doing now.
I love Joey Janela.
Yeah, like I like the fact that he was with AEW for a while. And they went back.
They didn't want to renew his contract.
Exactly, yes. And they went back to GCW and like kind of helped elevate that shit over there. Yeah.
But it was also like they never, there was a lot of, they picked up a lot of indie guys early on when they started. And I knew, I'm like, you'll see like a lot of these guys that they're like, because it was like the playground and it's changed a little and it should change. You can't always be the place you can't just be the freewheeling, everybody. I mean,
you can't always.
There's technically two shows right now.
You can't always be the cool dad.
Well,
you can't always have.
It's to be successful to compete on a level. Or
you
not
can't always have cereal for breakfast, man.
It's true. Well, you can always have cereal for breakfast. You can always have cereal. You're an adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Don't listen to Noelle. No, but you have to, if you want, because here's the thing, people want it to be on the level of WWE, but they want it to be a certain way. And I'm like, the truth of the matter is the company probably wouldn't work like that if it elevated to a level. You're going to have to, because you need more sponsors, which are more prominent sponsors that are going to influence the product, but you need those people in order to grow the company. Yeah. It's a fickle thing. The business end of it sucks, but Tony Khan seems like a smart guy. I think he'll do it, but I think people need to start to realize and not kind of, because people shit on him and I'm like, I agree. He's like a 14-year-old walking around with money, but like he seems to know what he's doing with this. Let him do it.
And it's like, I hate that comparison because it's like, dude, do you guys not remember WrestleLicious? That was actually a 14-year-old running around with money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's better when the guy running the company is just like a little bit of sexual harassment. Keeps people on their toes.
He's just got to be like a little bit of a rapist,
just like the way it was in the 60s. Like No, I don't know. It's. I also think that like people who run companies like that are insane people, and I wouldn't want to meet them anyway. But the reason why the company thrives is because they are insane, psychopathic, fucking monsters. They're all most of them are monsters. So I'm hoping that Tony doesn't get swallowed up by quite frankly a monster of a business. Like the business hasn't changed in a way like that. That kind of like wrestling business hasn't changed enough in a way that like he's still going to have to be a motherfucker to kind of compete.
Right.
But it's fun, man. I like it. It's just that there's more wrestling. It's more fun now. I know that like CM Punk is like going over there and being like, my company. Like,
definitely. Like,
what do you think of all that shit? I know people have been coming out.
So at this point, I think that
for those of you who don't know, CM Punk is basically sort of kind of running Collision, which is the second AEW show, the third technically.
Definitely like throwing his weight around like in a big way. But I also pretty much think like everything from All Out like a year ago has been squashed at this point, because when you listen to it, it's
I know that the elite still don't want to work with them.
I think it's gonna be really funny when like
you think it's all work that they're clearly gonna work,
I think a couple of months from now there's gonna be like a picture of them hanging out at Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit. And everybody's gonna lose their minds.
I can't picture Punk at Buffalo Wild Wings, to be honest with you. No, I mean, like,
you don't think he likes mango habanero?
No, the only reason that I think that it's all true is because it's just.
Oh no, I'm sure it's true. Yeah. I just think like at this point they're all just like, fuck, I don't even care anymore that he bit me.
Well, he didn't. Ace Steel did.
I don't even care that Ace Steel bit me.
No, apparently they do care because they were like, one of the stipulations for Punk to come back is they were like, you have to hire back Ace Steel. They're like, he can work remotely. He's going to work remotely.
He can work remotely
So I don't know.
with a muzzle.
But he's still kicking it. He's still banning people. He's banning people from Collision.
Definitely, yeah.
He banned Christopher Daniels. He got into it with Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, right?
Yes.
Because he wanted, which I kind of understand this because he's like, I want to go through real glass. And he's like, you can't do that.
No. And
like,
no real.
you gotta like curve that shit because he said that I guess it was revealed that Punk was like, I thought was trying to get out of work, trying to get hurt so he didn't have to work next week. Which is that shit happens.
Definitely.
That shit happens, man. So I was like, all right, that's a bit 1983. Like that's a bit like he's not like he doesn't like he's like, are you kidding me? Like so. But I also think I'm like, you can't, because I know one of the things with AEW is like they do the blood stuff and I love it. But I'm also I
do.
Please don't die. Like, I don't like it when wrestlers die.
That's absolutely 100% true.
You know, and I get it when they're like, because that's one of the things I always kind of understood about WWE when people be like,
it's definitely like the two sides of my brain.
Because you want the violence.
Because definitely.
You want them to go bathe in blood, but also like you don't want anybody to get hepatitis.
Like shit, this show I was at on Friday had a big ass cage match, and at one point they like spilled out into the audience.
Yeah, nice.
And I saw a dude just like
covered in blood.
No, it wasn't covered in blood. Well, they can't do blood.
They can't do it in New York, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but like I see a dude who's like my size climb up onto like a balcony and just dive off, and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. But at the same time, oh man, that could have gone horribly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm always just like, I get whenever the safety stuff comes up, I always I'm like, I get it. That's like when the WWE decided not to do blood. I'm like, I get it because like it, you know, and also their audience was younger at the time, but I'm like, there's no reason that you need to like go out there every night and tear your head up. And like, if you do that, like my man, John Moxley, more power to you. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to gobble it up. I love it. But like, if you don't have to do that, I get it. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I think AEW will continue to grow. I think I just think they're in a strange spot right now because, and also it's kind of like the people that hate on CM Punk. I'm like, but you're hating on all the stuff that you praised him for back in WWE.
Right.
So what the fuck? Like, you're like, I mean, he's an outspoken guy. You're just all butthurt because he's not best friends with Kenny Omega.
Right.
That's really what it is, right?
That's really it. Yeah.
Like, and I love Kenny, but I'm like, it's the stupid thing. That's why like people still watch wrestling is because even the people that think they have it figured out, even though all the people that are like, I know this, that have the podcast and that are out there and like armchair and like, you don't run a fucking $1 million company. You don't know how to run anything. Like, shut up. But like when they're all sitting there and they think they have everything fucking figured out and they don't. And that's why this business, I think the wrestling business is still continued to like work is because people are morons and they think they're smart.
Right. Of course.
You know, like that's like the whole crux of it is based around the fact that I think a lot of it, and I think AEW leans into this a little bit, that everybody thinks they know what's going on.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
And like, you're always going to hear things that leak out, like long-term.
A lot of what they do is a lot of like, we know that people are going to think like, oh, what's going to happen next week?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But it's so stupid that they're like, what? He hurt Kenny? And I'm like, did you really think a dude like that was going to get like a happy, like I love CM Punk, but Phil seems like a miserable guy. Like, you think he's going to be friends with the dude who's like big in Japan and like loves video games?
Yes, like hey, I'm the
dude who decided to go straight edge and went out there and told people in Ring of Honor to go fuck themselves because he was better than them for not drinking. Like,
he doesn't get along with
he doesn't get along with my people. Like, he doesn't get along with that guy. It's like shit, man. You can't see Christ.
It's like shit, man. You can't see.
You can't see it. You can't see it. And that's what it is. It's that stupid mentality of wrestling where they're like, they're not friends. Because that's what it is. That's why kayfabe is still real. That's why the aura is still up because you assume I know people still assume that everybody gets along.
Right.
And they don't, because they're like, yeah, they're
No.
friends behind the scene. Like, but they're not.
Nah, they're not.
I know there's probably so many people, and I'm sure
there's
it's
so
an
many
AEW. There's, you know it's an AEW. There's people that work there that hate each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a That's like work 101. Like,
yeah, exactly. But they're still like professionals, so they'll be like, all right,
but they don't like the person.
I'll get in this ring with this motherfucker.
Yeah, you remember when like the Undertaker was like, I wouldn't have pissed on Shawn Michaels when he was on fire, but he did his job in the ring all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a thing of this business. You're going to end up working with somebody,
or like shit, or like Shawn and fucking Brett.
Yeah, but they went out there and they made memories.
And they'll do some dope shit.
But that's what it is, and and I think people are like that when they get like when something like this happens, and it's just like. It's like when the whole thing with CM Punk happened with the whole, was it called Brawl Out and everything?
Yeah, Brawl Out or
whatever the fuck. I was just like, I was like, we'll see what happens with all of this, but people were going nuts about it.
Yeah, they are. Which is like, you guys have never heard about wrestlers fighting backstage before?
That's what I mean,
That shit happens all the time.
Didn't Vader slap somebody on national television?
Yes, he did. Vader slapped somebody, fucking Dirty D, Dr. Williams.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They did the whole episode about that. Where the guy slapped him.
Oh, man.
No, Vader broke the table.
Yes.
Bring up the interview of Vader breaking the table. Undertaker sits there the whole time, doesn't say a word.
Does not say a word.
Which was the smart choice, because I think Vader
David Schultz was his name.
Yeah, look at this. David Schultz. Yeah.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, he smacks him. Smacks him hard. Look.
Yeah.
He was like look at him, he smacks him again.
I was shocked.
Dude, it's such a crazy world to live in. When
I
they were
was
like,
shocked to find out that's not Geraldo Rivera.
We thought it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was on the Geraldo show, though, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Vader. Find the one of Vader on the talk show.
Yeah, I think that second one's it.
No. Vader, talk show. Yeah, wrestler. That down. The Undertaker and Vader interview in 1997. Fast forward a little bit. I think go back. All right, so he challenges him, and here's the thing. This is one of those dudes that. Yeah, he's like psyching him out right now.
Right, yeah. Just
because he
grabs him up.
He flips the table over.
Right.
And look at Taker just sit there.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not getting invaders.
No, this is all that protect the business shit that you always heard about. Yeah, so that's one of those guys. Such a crazy thing that there was a time when you were
part of your job is like
that was what it was.
If someone came at you, you had to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, like I used to watch like YouTube stories of like the older guys, like the Harley races, and like Ric Flair would tell stories of this when he was like talking about how like if Roddy Piper too, he'd be like if you were out at a bar after a show and someone went up to you and said that wrestling's fake, you had to go beat him up. There were certain promoters that would fire you the next day.
Yeah,
like if you didn't beat that guy up.
Exactly.
That means that like, that's how fucking crazy it is. And part of me, it's still kind of like that in a way of like, people, like I said, people think they know everything about it.
Yeah.
I always tell people, I'm like, not that I think everything's like a work, if you will, some storyline, but like there's sometimes when people are playing you.
Yeah.
And I think that happens more often than you want in wrestling. What'd you say?
Like, granted, if I'm at like Comic-Con and I see Austin Creed, Xavier Woods, and I go, wrestling's fake, he's not going to beat my ass. But like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but he's probably not going to like that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you do that, then you're just a dick. Like,
right, of course.
But people always try to get over me. I have like friends that are like, you watch that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, man.
And they go, it's like, it's fake, right? I'm like,
yeah, man. So is
like,
Batman.
What?
Shit.
Do you mean that Sting isn't really a supernatural entity from the rafters? The Undertaker's never been dead? Like, I always do that to him. I'm like, what? You mean he wasn't really a junkyard dog? Like, he was a real person?
He was a real man.
You mean Roddy Piper?
That's not a junkyard dog. That's just a man.
Do you mean Roddy Piper is just a man who plays bagpipes? I watch it because it's ridiculous. I understand that it's ballet for boys.
You know?
I understand that. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. And I love it. It's just stupid, silly gay boys wearing tight pants, and I love them.
You know?
Because it's no different from motherfuckers that sit there and watch 8 hours of The Challenge.
The Challenge.
Or like some reality TV stuff. And I'm like, it's the same stories at some points in these things. Like, it's the same shit.
Yeah. Like shit. I watch fucking 90 Day Fiance with my family.
It's the same thing.
Pretty weekly.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just fun little storylines.
Yeah.
You got your heels, you got your faces.
You got your good guys, you got your bad guys.
Yeah.
And you got people that, you've got to get, that's what it is. And I know it's like stupid. It's always amazing.
Oh, fuck. Like, speaking of
I make fun of it.
So, yeah, like, there is, you probably know, there's a dude on a 90 Day Fiance. He's called, like, Ed.
Is this a new episode? I haven't watched any of the new stuff yet.
No, he's been, like, a staple on the show for, like, a while.
Is it the pig farmer guy?
No, he's, like, a guy with no neck.
That's the pig farmer guy.
Is he a pig farmer?
Yo, bring up
What's
that
that?
picture. Yeah, that's it. That's
guy.
the pig farmer guy.
Yeah.
This is the episode. I've seen this guy.
Yeah, that's
he's the
fucking
poster
guy.
child for
It's-
90 Day Fiance.
Right? You know? It's the fucking
He looks
thing
like
is,
he looks like a poorly made puppet. There it is.
Yeah.
Where he's like in bed, like he has like little legs and a robust body.
Right.
So he looks like a poorly made like a first version Jim Henson puppet.
So one time I was just like curious, and I looked up his Instagram. Dude, it is so many pictures of him with like Asian women. It is insane.
Oh man, you brought it back. This is awesome.
It is insane. Like,
we're back to the Asian culture.
yeah, it is like so many pictures of him just surrounded by Asian women, and I'm like, dude,
Asian women are really hot.
like,
okay.
like the. And it makes me go like, this is definitely sex tourism that's happening right now.
100%. Bring up his Instagram. Let's check this out.
Like, yeah, I'm sure he's like cleaned it up since then, because now people actually
Is him
go
working
on
out?
there.
Is it that him working out? It's not working. It's not working. Look at that fat monster.
Oh fuck,
Barbie.
yeah, he went to go see the Barbie movie.
More Asian. Come on, find the Asian people.
Yeah, like shit. It's
Is that the girl from the show? That's the girl from the show, right?
yeah. He's probably it's either like so far back or he's cleaned house, because he's like, oh fuck, I don't want people knowing.
We're gonna find all the sex. We're gonna find pre the show. It's gonna go back a few. Because this is an older episode.
Yeah.
This is like the episode's 3 or 4 years old.
This is investigative journalism at this
Find
point.
the Asians. Find this man's sex traffic. This dude, I mean, if there was ever a guy that you could look at and be like, you've definitely paid for sex, it's this guy.
Right.
Like, you can see it in his face. Oh man, we're going back so far, we can see him get kind of thinner again. There's so many pictures of him working out, and I just don't see it. It's not quote unquote, well, he's a little bit of a chin in that. Oh, there's one. Go up. There's the first one. What's that? It's a video.
Japangeles?
What is this? Where's my headphones? Sorry. There they are. Is he on this? Okay, never mind. Oh, is that, what's her name? Oh, G4. Yeah, all right. Well, there's just a random Asian lady right there. Keep going down. We're going to find this. I don't care. We're gonna uncover some shit right now. This is gonna be a documentary one day on Hulu about how we got this fucking child predator off the streets. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be called Noelle and Joe's Amazing Adventure.
Yeah, Noelle and Joe
into Taiwan.
Yeah, Noelle and Joe out as sex traffickers.
I feel bad. Oh, there it is. No, it's like sprinkled throughout. Up again to the left. Yeah, no, a little more. Why is he just eating ribs? This is disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. No, there was just like, I just saw, there you go. Last one, I promise. What is that? Is that his ex-girlfriend?
There we go.
Is that his ex-girlfriend?
Probably. We're starting
Because that's not the lady from the show.
Right, yeah. We're starting to get some.
Why he's just
There we
covered.
go.
It's disgusting.
Oh man, what's that?
Where?
This
all
this
the
TikTok
Asians.
of, yeah, shit.
Oh, he likes Korean women. How many hits did that get? Play that again.
Is this him mukbanging as the
Yeah, he's just eating He's just eating fried chicken. Here's the thing. This is you can tell because like, where's all the workout videos now? Exactly. Yeah. Up to the left. Down. No, you can't see that one. The one that looks like a movie poster.
Yeah, that's him and
that's him and the girl.
One of the chicks from the show.
I like, oh man, look at that just box of a man. Like you, even from there, you can tell he has no neck. Like you can tell it's edited a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, I look strong." It's like you look like a drawing from across the Spider-Verse that they threw on the floor.
Yeah, he looks like concept art for Kingpin.
Yeah, he looks like a character that they ended up cutting.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man.
It's never about the money. Sometimes it's about banging Korean chicks. This dude is he's such a slob person. Go down. I want to find more of. So he was in the Koreans. Yeah. So we just got to go. So he's on the show. They probably had to wash his. So I don't want you to be wrong about this, but where's all the, wait, go up. There it is. What's that? Right there. You see it? That's from the show. Go down.
That's more from the show.
That's her from the show. Yeah. We got to go pre-show, and he's like visiting sex brothels in Taiwan.
Right.
Dude, this dude he's also fucked a lot of like, I feel like he definitely like got a girl not knowing in Taiwan that it was a trans woman, but he went with it anyway. And like, that's cool. But like, it was a decision that there it is. That's the girl from the show. All right, we're spending too much time on this. That's how convinced I was. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it was like it would.
No, but I think you're right. I think it's just years ago.
Right.
We have to go pre-show. And he was just going to China. Yeah, because I'm seeing like there's pictures of him with random like hot Asian girls. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're getting a little. This has got to be before. He has no chin. Yeah, you can tell this is pre him being like, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack soon. All right. We're spending too much time on this. What time we got here? Let's wrap up. All right, cool. Let's wrap up. We've done almost an hour and 20. God, he's just so that him? What happened? He started raising pigs and he became one. Oh, wait, no, that makes more. God damn. You know that he thought this was the sexy pick.
Right. That's the one he sends out.
That he was like, this is the one. This is what's going to get me. Like, this dude's paid for it. Yeah. He's like, we found it. We found it. There it is. Look at those. Who are those three girls?
I think that's the same girl. In studio.
He just puts this up in studio. Oh, yes. You poor girl. This man took your picture. Do you want us to report it to somebody? It's got to be the same girl. I hate to be. What are some of these people saying? Yeah, what the fuck, dude? She's probably younger than your daughter. Everybody's giving him shit. Did you assault women? Did you assault this woman too? This people are mean as fuck.
No.
Is this the chick you sexually assaulted?
No. Oh my god.
Dude, he leaves all of this up though. Look at him. Well, man. There's more. I thought he was a. Is he just taking pictures of these girls?
I think he's like a photographer as well.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
He looks like Billy Guyer's stunt double. Like Billy's way hotter than this.
Nah, he looks like, you know, there we go.
Wait,
oh shit. Up. Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
We found it. Yep. There we go.
Hello, you want girlfriend experience? Oh man.
He's selling a merch.
Oh god, that one lady looks upset to be next to him. Jesus Christ. You know that. Is that a famous actor? Is that an actor? Big Ed Stickers. Pig egg. They don't like you.
What the fuck?
Honey Hooters. Honey Hooters is talking shit. Some dude. Oh my god. All right.
Wait, he's building gunpla.
Oh my god. Him with the samurai sword. This is Big Ed.
Sword
what
training
are you doing?
in Kyoto?
Are you sword training? You're just holding it. Holding it weird. Oh god. Oh my god. He's describing how to use it. This is the dude who owns the samurai sword.
There we go.
You know he saw Kill Bill and masturbated to it a bunch.
There we go. Yes.
All right. Well, this dude's a very strange dude, and Asian women, please be careful around him. Apparently, he sexually assaulted somebody, according to these comments. Big Ed, Chief President King. Oh, he's on Cameo. God damn it. Cameo used to be a cool thing until guys like this got on here. Now he's all working out. It's all him with his... Is his wife, is his current wife Asian?
Nah.
It's a different girl now, right?
Yeah, she's some kind of white.
She's some kind of Russian, I assume, right?
Some brand of white.
Damn. All right. Well, do your plugs one more time, man, just so people know where to catch you, and plug your Instagram and stuff.
Yeah. So I will be at McGuire's Comedy Club on the 9th with Terry McNeely.
A little Giga Room show.
Yeah, September 9th. September 14th, I'm going to be over in 30 Remington Avenue over in Ronkonkoma with Andrew Washington.
For that, that's the dank. That's Holly Karma's Harley Karma shows. Definitely go check that out.
Check that out. There. You can find me on Instagram. I'm No Bad Noelle on there, as well as Twitter. Yep.
Follow my boy. He's fucking hilarious.
Yes.
He's a hilarious dude. And if you see his face on any posters, like I said, I've got the 2 shows September 15th. I'm going to be at the Giggle Room as well with Terry McNeely. And then the next night, I'm going to be in Pennsylvania, the 16th, with Mike Ellison, Joe Cavello, Mike Tanzi. And there's 2 Mikes and 2 Joes. I just realized that this is what this show could be called. It's literally 2 Mikes and 2 Joes.
2 Mikes and 2 Joes in a pizza place.
Castellerig Wine Shop, Comedy and Wine Show, 110 South Hanover Street, Carlisle, PA, 17013. I don't know why I said the area code. But the show's at 7:30 and it's free. So if you're a listener in Pennsylvania and you're in that area, come on down, check it out. Have some wine on me because it's free. Hey, man, thanks for coming on today.
No problem. You going to tell them about... Nah, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, when you're over in Pennsylvania, you're gonna tell them about
the lady, the woman of...
Yeah, the last time you were over there.
That was in a very shitty part of
blocks.
Pennsylvania. That was right outside of Philly.
You know what? Shit. Then you can use
Goddamn
that.
Cops.
You can use that as like crowd work. It's like, does anybody know the town I was in? And they're all like, oh, that's the...
It's right. I can't remember the exact town.
That's where the drug dealers
There's
are
a comedy club out there called Comedy Works.
There we go.
And I was after a show there. We had a bar called Sparky's where you could smoke inside.
Oh, sick.
Not really, but I liked it because I was drunk.
Like sick as in like this.
I feel sick from all the smoke around me. Loved it. All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yep.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm going to say this at the end of every episode. Like, the views and everything have been great, guys. Thank you for listening to me. I mean, I know this is like a narcissistic thing to do. I already have a therapist. I'm fucking on a podcast talking more. Yeah. But thank you guys. And for people who keep subscribing, I appreciate it. And also, we got some sponsors, some affiliates, actually. Onlinetherapy.com. Please check it out. It's really good. I actually just signed up for it like 2 weeks ago and everything. It's been really good. So keep checking that out, and I'm going to do some. I think we're going to have another commercial that's coming out soon. But go check that out, and yeah, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
All right,
glad to be on.
That's the end of the show. Go home.
Yep.
The Millennial Stoner outro song. Yeah, pack a bowl and sing along. Blah la blah la blah la 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 la. Ba ba blue sheep, ba 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 ba. This is the favorite podcast of the Dalai Lama.